Greetings. I just got the DJI Focus Pro in actually a couple of days ago. They're finally shipping, but I've been busy with work, so I haven't had a chance to really mess with it yet. I've got it rigged here now on a RED Komodo and wanted to share a few of my initial observations. If we come in a little closer, you can see I have the grip mounted on the right side. That is one of the things I was curious about, since all the literature for it shows it on the left. The manual doesn't talk about changing it to a right side, but you can in fact do that. If you look, this little NATO rail here, you can see also has 2 screws in it. The adapter or the mount for it, you take the screws out, move it to the other side, screw it in, and you're good. While it has a rosette, it's not really something that you're going to quickly undo. There's no quick latch for it. This latch is actually for the NATO clamp that's holding it to the rail. So you're not going to be quickly rotating it. But since I've also got it currently, the LIDAR on it, I'm not going to be rotating it anyway. The unit powers up fairly quickly. It always comes up in manual focus, so you have to hit the button to, well, all right, now takes it the LiDAR a few moments to longer to boot up, and that's why it didn't want to switch to autofocus right away. If you double press the button to make it calibrate again, which you don't have to do if you haven't changed the lens, but it doesn't hurt, right? That will actually switch it back into manual focus mode. Not sure if you can see that, but I'll hit this again, and now it's back to autofocus. The motor seems to be pretty strong, has no trouble with this Proteus 35 millimeter. As you can see here, it's currently on the default torque medium, and it has no trouble moving it. I do have it on rods, and the lens has got lens support, obviously, and then also it's on a Kipper tie Revolva with chin straps, so the adapter in the back is also rigidly mounted and is not going anywhere. The cables they give you, so the motor came with this USB-C cable. As you can see, it's not particularly long, so with the handle on the right side, I had to put the motor on the right side as well. And the LiDAR currently I have in the hot shoe on the top of the hand grip. What I'd really like to do is put some rods here and figure out something where I can attach it to the rods up top so that it can then get clearance to clear a matte box. Because back here, the sensor, and it's drifting around, hang on a moment. The sensor here might be blocked a little bit by a matte box. One problem with the motor, or with the DJI, so everything is powered by the grip, right? So the grip is powering the LiDAR, powering the motor, or motors if you had additional motors. And the battery life so far has not been that impressive. It comes with no charge, effectively. I plugged it into charge and actually left it for a while because I was working. So overcharged to 100%. And in only an hour, it had already, of me experimenting with it while setting this up, it had dropped to 75%. So I'm guessing conservative estimates are anywhere from 3.5 to maybe 4.5 hours, depending on how active the motors are while you're shooting. And one of the other problems is there's no way to replace the battery in here. It's a fixed unit. So you have to plug it in the front, and they do give you this USB-C to USB-A cable. It's about 1 foot long, and it just makes it over to the USB port on the Komodo battery adapter that I'm using with the Komodo. So I can have the main battery power the whole thing, including keeping the hand grip charged so that it can run the motors. It would be nice if this battery was swappable, but if you're going to be shooting for a full day, I highly recommend having some way to charge it. At least during a lunch break or whatever, bring a battery bank, maybe one that's small enough you could mount on your rig if you're not using something like a gold mount battery already. Because if the readings are accurate for the battery on this thing, it's not going to last you a whole day. So just want to do a quick video real quick with some initial observations. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below. Thanks.